Rewinding chess. How to play. The rules are the same as regular chess except for these changes. For a refresher of those rules, check out this video. The object of the game is to be the first player to get all their pieces back to their original starting position, as if you were playing a game of chess backwards. Lay out the board. The player playing as black places the white king on any square on their opponent's half of the board. Then their opponent does the same with the black king, but it may not be adjacent to the white king. Place all the other pieces to the side to create the pool. Black goes first, then turns alternate. On your turn, you may perform one of three actions. 1. You may move one of your opponent's pieces and place one of your pieces from the pool in its starting square, as if your opponent had captured that piece. 2. You may move one of your own pieces and place an opponent's piece from the pool on its starting square. 3. You may move one of your pieces to another square. Pieces must always be placed from the pool. If the piece does not exist in the pool, then you may not place it. You may not capture an opponent's piece. Pawns must move backwards towards you. You are allowed to end your turn with your king in check, but you are not allowed to end your turn with your opponent's king in check. If your opponent's king is in check, then you must make a move to remove that check. If you are unable to remove the threat of check from your opponent's king, then you lose the game. The king may not place a piece that creates check and move to a threatened square in the same turn. You may only move an enemy pawn or create an enemy pawn on a column where no other enemy pawn exists and where no pawn is between it and its owner's closest row. You are allowed to move your own pawns to the same column if you want. Pawns are allowed a reverse double step move on their fourth row if you want, as well as reverse en passant. If you perform a reverse en passant, then your opponent must move their pawn to their second row on their very next turn. You are not allowed to perform a reverse en passant if this space is blocked. Pawns may never be placed or moved to their owner's closest row. You are allowed to demote pieces on their owner's farthest row to pawns. You are allowed to reverse castle. Once you do, the rook and king may no longer move. Each player's bishops must be created on opposite colors. If ever you are in a position where you create a paradox of rules or moves, or it is impossible for you to make a legal move, then you lose. The first player to get all of their pieces back to their original chess starting locations wins.